Dallas has just been on a tear. I believe we can attribute that to Jason Robertson. Also, Jake Ottinger, who's really stepped in.
Yeah, so we can compare a rookie QB to a toddler. Hayward's absence for this game will be significant, and I wouldn't be surprised if this game turns into a blowout as of late.
The Golden Knights just can't pull it. I really think the Avalanche are determined this year.
They made so many moves and grabbed so many guys that they have to win a championship or at least make the finals. They were on our championship and bust.
The same self, the only year he won an MVP was the year he cheated, which really should put something against that MVP. But
Yeah, and as a Cowboys fan, I have learned how dangerously good Aaron Rodgers has been with he can just thread a pass.
Hello, I am Ruby Ackerman, and you are listening to Outsider's Opinion with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our March Madness opinions of the week. If you haven't been following us, make sure to check out all the previous videos, all the predictions, just to see how bad we have not done, or how bad we did at predicting, but we're still in the top 5. For more on that, we will get to that, but it's the bracket buster, Austin.
I was definitely not the one breaking brackets. The only thing that was breaking were my brackets. Unfortunately, me at 10, at least I was a little bit higher than you at 12. We did not do well of the 13 brackets that were in our bracket challenge. Thank you again for everyone playing. But at least we have a very interesting Final Four. 3 of the teams have never won a final, that being Miami, FAU, and SDSU. And then UConn has won, I think, 4 times.
Yes.
98, 2003, 2011, 2014, I believe are the years. Let me fact check that.
While you fact check that, I'll go over our top 5. Number 1, special guest Jake Loggins. 2, Outsiders Opinions. That's the video we did. Number 3, Yo Hook'em. Man, that's got to feel bad for Texas. By the way, no Texas fans hit me in my DMs. So, or I just didn't check them. Whatever. I'm vibing right now. So we're at 3. Then we're at H-Man Texas Legend. Also had Texas winning. Did not work out. Then we have 5 other special guests. Raymond Hatcher, whose other bracket is behind me. So, yeah, that's our top 5. And Jake signed a non-compete contract, which means we won. Things stand right. We are the only 2 brackets that have our champion on the left, and that's UConn. And I believe they, Miami, San Diego State, and FAU have not only been to a championship. This is also their first Final Four.
Yes, this is their first Final Four for all those. I was a little bit wrong on the year, but not totally. 2010, 2011, 13, 14 they won, but they won 98, 99. I said 98. 98, 99 they won. And then I said 2003. It was 03, 04. So I got half of those years right if we were going to say the end. But yeah, they've won 4. I knew they won 4. So they're definitely a blue blood, in my opinion. They're only blue blood left. And we'll kind of go into our predictions with that. Are we going to stray away from UConn all that much?
No, not much. But to also talk about, a lot of people are like, man, there really aren't this upsets in the first round. But the madness is, this is one of the few Final Four where there is not a 1 seed or 2 seed.
There's a 3 seed. There's no. This is the first Final Four ever without a top 3 seed.
Oh wow!
This was the first bracket ever without a 1 seed in the Elite 8. It's been a very unpredictable bracket, and I've had a lot of fun watching. All the teams left are very good. Maybe if our bracket agreed with me, Kevin, and said SDSU over Alabama like I predicted, because I believe that SDSU the best defense in the country, we would have beat Jake.
You also did that, but you also had Utah State beating Mizzou, and that did not happen, and I overrid that. So
that would have got us enough points to beat Jake. Mine would have.
That's true, but we also, if we hadn't had me step in for Mizzou, that would work. There was also one. Well, this will be covered more in the review of the bracket, because I was like, man, San Diego State. I remember someone clamoring for San Diego State, where he's like, oh, I would have had them win this matchup, and they did win it.
I had him going to the Final Four. I had him going to the Final Four, and that was something that many people. I didn't have them in the bracket I put in here, but when we were talking about the us making a bracket, I was clamoring for SDSU not only to be in our Elite Eight, but winning it and getting to the Final Four. That was something I was clamoring for, but I don't think we're going to stray too far away from UConn, so we can start with the UConn-Miami game, and I easily have UConn winning, maybe by 20 or 30 points. They've blown out every team they face, hard competition, soft competition. I don't think that changes here.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna be pretty dominant game. With UConn, I'm just not sure how Miami does it. That was a great game. I was like, man, Texas looks really good. It's gonna be a good matchup. Then Texas blew a lead. So I was about to be like, is Texas back? And they, in fact, were not back.
They could not make their first Final Four since a long time
2003.
ago. Yeah. It's been a while.
I hope they do extend their coach.
They did. They already did.
Oh, they did? Sweet. I was
happened
going to be
today.
upset if they didn't.
Happened today. But
sweet.
It is something cool to see that they extended him, but it obviously didn't work out this season as far as they wanted to go. But the other matchup, SDSU versus FAU, I was high on SDSU when we were doing our bracket predictions. I'm going to stick with them here. Okay. I have SDSU winning.
I also have SDSU winning. I'll hop on the little bandwagon.
Okay. Well, I'm not changing my predictions here. We went with UConn. UConn's the best team in the country. And I do think it's going to be relatively easy. SDSU, I think it will be the closest game they face against because SDSU is so defensively sound. But it is going to be a little bit of a struggle for SDSU to stop a offensive force that is UConn. And UConn's played so well. I could see SDSU keeping this close for a lengthy period of time. And maybe it is a really good final, but I think UConn powers through.
Yeah, I agree for a lot of the things you said. Also, to me, it's going to be tough for San Diego State to score against this UConn defense. I don't know if you mentioned you were talking about UConn scoring on SDSU.
I was saying that that was my point, is that SDSU is a great defensive team, but UConn's so good offensively. And then, like you said, UConn has a good defense as well. But it's really going to come down to how much SDSU can score, like you said. And I don't necessarily know if their offense has the dynamic scores needed to do that. But in one of the craziest, maybe the craziest brackets ever, Kevin, it seems like we got the champion right. And that's not something we do often.
Well, we've had a small sample size, but yes.
Well, a lot of times when we're even picking the brackets to start a playoff round, we don't wait sometime, or most of the time we don't get the champion right. I know you did. Did you have Chiefs or Eagles? Wait, before the playoffs? You Chiefs? Okay.
I was on Chiefs, and I had Kelsey as my MVP.
It's still much more impressive March Madness because there's so many more rounds, and especially how crazy this one's been.
Yeah,
I do not want to diminish
the fact that we picked the right.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
That's true. Miami's gonna blow out UConn by 20 points.
Yeah, if we talk too much, UConn's not winning. But
I'm confident, and I've been confident other times. But it seems like we're pretty agreeing on stuff. So for the predictions, what happens if we did margins of error for the two Final Four games?
I think SDSU wins by 3. I think UConn beats Miami by 21. And then I'll say UConn beats SDSU in the final by 9.
Okay. And I'm going to say give or take us like 2, if whoever's closer.
Well, just say who's closest. So just do yours and whoever's closest.
Okay, yeah. Did you write yours down?
I'll remember them. It's fine.
Okay.
We have this video to go back to anyway if we forget.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm going to write mine down. Okay, UConn and Miami. I'm going to go 15, UConn. Then I'm going to say San Diego State versus FAU. I'm going to go 6. By 6, SDSU wins. And I'm going to go, it's pretty lopsided to me on UConn winning. I'm going to say by 15. And,
over SDSU?
Yes, over SDSU.
So you have UConn winning both games by 15, right?
That's true. Yeah, I do. By 15.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. It should be an entertaining run, and I'm hoping for our bracket's sake that UConn wins.
Yes, I agree, and we'll go score as well because we did that last year, and I was 1 point off. They swept 1 point.
Yeah. So I said, did I say 8 or
You
9?
said
9. I
Yeah.
said 9. Okay. So I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I will go 63-54. UConn beats SDSU.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, I have low scoring as well. Battle of the defenses. I said by 15. I'm gonna go 60.
45?
45. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
45. Thank you for the math help there. Yeah, 45 and 60. We'll see how that goes. And that's our bracket challenge. And there are some rumors floating out there. We will not confirm or deny those rumors because they are rumors.
Yeah. Well, there, like rumors normally are, there is some semblance of truth to them, but we will never disclose until we get closer.
The only thing you can do is follow our Twitter and our Instagram and our YouTube and our Apple Podcast. Let us know what you think, and thank you for listening to Outsiders Opinions.